In this question, we are asked to draw a neat label diagram of a female reproductive system. So let us see the diagram and understand the various parts associated. So I will start with the isthmus, ampulla, and infundibulum first. Now all the three parts that you see labeled here are the three parts of the fallopian tube. So this structure here, you can see this is called as the fallopian tube, also called as an oviduct. So there is a pair of oviduct or the fallopian tube in the female reproductive system. And the next label you will see now is the ovary. Now, there is a pair of ovary as well. These rounded structure you see here, these are called as ovaries. And the main function of ovary is to produce the female gametes called as ovum. And it also secretes hormone estrogen and progesterone, the female sex hormones. All right, moving further now. The next label you see is the cervix and the vagina. So, cervix is what? Cervix is the narrow end of the uterus. This entire bag like structure you see here, this is called as a uterus, and the narrow end of uterus is called as cervix. And cervix continues as something called as vagina, which is the last part of the female reproductive system, which leads to the outside. Now, vagina receives the sperms during copulation and it also serves as a birth canal. Fine, moving further now. The fundus. Now, fundus labeled here is the upper dome shaped part of the uterus. Now, as I told you, cervix is the narrow end of uterus. Likewise, fundus is the upper dome shaped part of the uterus. And the remaining part, this is the main body of uterus where the fetus grows. Fine, moving further. The fimbriae. Now, fimbriae are the finger-like projections you can see here. The oviduct ends into these finger-like projections called as fimbriae, and their role is to capture the egg that is released from the ovaries at the time of ovulation. Fine. And the next label you see here is endometrium, myometrium, and perimetrium. Now, these are the three walls of the uterus. As I told you, this muscular sac-like structure is the uterus. And ये जो तीन label यहाँ पे दिए हैं, these are the walls of uterus, starting with the perimetrium first, which is the outermost layer or the wall of uterus, followed by myometrium, which is the middle one, and it consists of muscles. And the innermost layer is called as endometrium. All right. And the last label here you will see is the ovarian ligament. Now, ovarian ligament is a ligament that helps for attachment of ovary to the wall of uterus. All right, that was all about the female reproductive system. Hope you have understood. Thank you.